refer it to your friends. But if it's bad, you'll forget it, and you'll never go back there again. Mini Topic 2. Go to a mechanic shop to have the transmission fixed. If you want to have the transmission fixed, you'll have to go to a garage or mechanic shop. If you don't know a good one, you'll have to ask your friend or the telephone operator. In the event you don't know how to drive your car there, you'll ask your friend for directions, or you'll call a telephone operator for information. When you get there, you'll drive your car in. If there are a lot of customers, you'll have to wait for your turn. While waiting, you may watch TV or read newspapers and have a drink. When it's your turn, ask for an experienced mechanic who doesn't mind lying down underneath your car to check and fix the transmission. He'll replace the bad parts with good ones. He may also change the whole transmission. He'll then check the transmission oil and fill it up if necessary. It'll take him more than half an hour to do all this. After he finishes fixing or replacing the transmission, you may ask him to check the engine oil, the water, the pump, the brakes, the batteries, and the plugs. After that, he'll give you an invoice of parts and labor, and you'll pay the cashier. Don't forget to give the mechanic some tip. However, if you don't go there to have the transmission fixed, you won't drive your car in. Even if there's a lot of customers, you won't have to wait for your turn. As you're not waiting, you won't watch TV or read newspapers and have a drink. As you don't have a turn, you won't ask for an experienced mechanic who doesn't mind lying down underneath your car to check and fix the transmission. He won't replace the bad parts with good ones. He won't change the whole transmission. He won't check the transmission oil and fill it up. It won't take him any time at all. As he won't fix or replace the transmission, you won't ask him to check the engine oil, the water, the pump, the brakes, the batteries, and the plugs. He won't give you an invoice of parts and labor, and you won't pay the cashier. Finally, you won't have to give the mechanic any tip. And finally, you leave the mechanic shop. If its service is good, you'll remember it. You'll refer it to your friends, and you'll come back. But if the service is not satisfactory, you won't refer it to your friends, and you won't go back there next time. Mini Topic 3. Take your motorcycle to a motorcycle wash shop to have it washed. When your motorcycle's dirty, you'd better have it washed. In case you don't know a good motorcycle wash shop, you may ask your friends or your colleagues. You may also ask your neighbors for directions if you don't know how to get there. When you get there, you'll walk your motorcycle into the shop. If there are a lot of customers before you, you'll have to wait your turn. While waiting, you may watch TV or read newspapers or have a drink. When it's your turn, the attendant will take your motorcycle to a wash machine. There, he'll cover the seat with a waterproof bag, then spray water all over the motorcycle. He'll spray water on the motor, the frame, the handlebars, the brakes, the two pedals, and the wheels. After that, he'll spray some detergent into the different parts of the motorcycle, then rub them up with a piece of cloth. He'll continue to spray more detergent and wash the different parts, then clean them up very carefully until the motorcycle is clean. It may look shiny, like a brand new motorcycle. He'll then use a clean piece of cloth to wipe your motorcycle again. He'll then take your motorcycle to an air pump and blow air into the different parts of your motorcycle to dry them up. Finally, he'll check the oil and gas for you. It takes about a half an hour for the whole task. You'll pay the cashier after you leave the attendant some tip. If you don't go there to have your motorcycle washed, you won't walk your However, if you don't go there to have your motorcycle washed, you won't walk your motorcycle into the shop. You won't have to wait your turn. You won't watch TV or read newspapers or have a drink. There'll be no turn for you, and the attendant won't take your motorcycle to a wash machine. He won't cover the seat with a waterproof bag, nor will he spray water all over the motorcycle. He won't spray water on the motor, the frame, the handlebars, the brakes, the two pedals, and the wheels. He won't have to spray any detergent into the different parts of the motorcycle, nor will he rub them up with a piece of cloth. He won't continue to spray more detergent, nor will he wash the different parts, nor will he clean them up. He won't use a clean piece of cloth to wipe your motorcycle again. He won't take your motorcycle to an air pump, nor will he blow air into the different parts of your motorcycle. Finally, he won't check the oil and gas for you. It won't take him any time at all. You won't have to pay the cashier, and you won't have to leave the attendant any tip. And finally, you leave the motorcycle wash shop. If the service is good, you'll remember it. You'll refer it to your friends, and you'll come back. But if it's bad, you won't refer it to your friends, and you won't go back next time. Mini Topic 4. Go to the court to file a complaint. If you want to sue somebody, you may file a complaint with the court. In order to do so, you need to know where the court is. In case you don't know how to get there, you should ask a friend or call the telephone operator for directions. Or get a taxi because taxi drivers usually know a lot of local places. When you get there, you'll ask a security guard or other staff the way to the court clerk's office. Then, you'll sit in the waiting room until the clerk calls your name. You'll submit your complaint to the court clerk. She'll usually charge you some money, and you'll pay the cashier. She'll ask you if you have a lawyer. You'll say that you'll represent yourself. The court clerk will then give you a date to appear in court with the party you sue. If it's not a criminal case, you'll not request a jury trial. The judge will decide your case. However, if you don't sue anybody, you don't have to go to court. You won't ask a security guard or other staff the way to the court clerk's office. You won't have to sit in the waiting room because the clerk won't call your name. You won't submit any complaint to the court clerk. She won't charge you any money, and you won't pay the cashier. She won't ask you if you have a lawyer. You won't say that you'll represent yourself. The court clerk won't give you a date to appear in a court with any party. You won't ask for a jury trial, nor will any judge decide any case. And finally, you'll go home. If you're satisfied with the judge's decision, you may sue again next time for money. If the judgment is unsatisfactory, you'll forget it, and you'll never sue anybody again. Mini Topic 5. Pick up your sister from her high school. If you want to pick up your sister from her high school, you'll have to know which high school she's a student at. In the event you don't know how to get to the school, you should ask your parents or a friend, or the taxi driver for directions, or you can ask the telephone operator for information. When you get there, you'll have to choose a place to park your car, where you can be seen easily. You'll look around to seek for your sister. Perhaps she'll come out late. While you're waiting for her there, you may see students going out of the school. You may see teachers and other staff going home. You may see the principal